Welcome back, little dragons. This is Mr. Masak. We are so happy to have you back at Spring Cove Elementary. I hope you are ready to start filling some buckets. Here is Mrs. Smith with some more information about how we're going to fill buckets every day at Spring Cove Elementary.
Hi, boys and girls. It's Mrs. Smith. I am so happy to see you guys back here at school. This year, we are going to continue filling buckets. Filling buckets, what does that mean? Kindergarten asks. Well, you're going to find out soon when we read a story. But as a reminder to all of our first and second graders, filling a bucket is showing kindness and respect for others. Bucket dipping is being mean to others on purpose. We want to fill buckets this year. So boys and girls, listen up for the story and see how you can fill buckets.
Have you filled a bucket today? A Guide to Daily Happiness for Kids by Carol McLeod. Illustrated by David Messing. All day long, everyone in the whole world walks around carrying an invisible bucket. You can't see it, but it's there.
You have a bucket. Each member of your family has a bucket. Your grandparents, friends, and neighbors all have a bucket. Everyone carries an invisible bucket.
Your bucket has one purpose only. Its purpose is to hold your good thoughts and good feelings about yourself. You feel happy and good when your bucket is full, and you feel sad and lonely when your bucket is empty.
Other people feel the same way too. They're happy when their buckets are full, and they're sad when their buckets are empty. It's great to have a full bucket, and this is how it works. Other people can fill your bucket, and you can fill theirs. You can fill your own bucket too. So how do you fill a bucket?
You fill a bucket when you show love to someone, when you say or do something kind, or even when you give someone a smile. That's being a bucket filler. A bucket filler is a loving, caring person who says and does nice things to make others feel special. When you treat others with kindness and respect, you fill their bucket.
But you can also dip into a bucket and take out some good feelings. You dip into a bucket when you make fun of someone, when you say or do mean things, or even when you ignore someone. That's being a bucket dipper. Bullying is bucket dipping. When you hurt others, you dip into their bucket. You will dip into your own bucket too.
Many people who dip have an empty bucket. They may think they can fill their own bucket by dipping into someone else's. But that will never work. You never fill your own bucket when you dip into someone else's. But guess what? When you fill someone's bucket, you fill your own bucket too. You feel good when you help others feel good.
All day long, we are either filling up or dipping into each other's buckets by what we say and what we do. Try to fill a bucket and see what happens. You love your mom and dad. Why not tell them you love them? You can even tell them why. Your caring words will fill their buckets with joy.
Watch for smiles to light up their faces. You will feel like smiling too. A smile is a good clue that you have a filled bucket. If you practice, you'll become a great bucket filler. Just remember that everyone carries an invisible bucket, and think of what you can say or do to fill it.
Here are some ideas for you. You could smile and say hi to the bus driver. He has a bucket too. You could invite the new kid at school to play with you.
You could write a thank you note to your teacher. You could tell your grandpa that you like spending time with him. There are many ways to fill a bucket.
Bucket filling is fun and easy to do. It doesn't matter how young or old you are. It doesn't cost money. It doesn't take much time. And remember, when you fill someone else's bucket, you fill your own bucket too. When you're a bucket filler, you make your home, your school, and your neighborhood better places for all. Bucket filling makes everyone feel good.
So why not decide to be a bucket filler today and every day? Just start each day by saying to yourself, I'm going to do something to fill someone's bucket today. And at the end of each day, ask yourself, did I fill a bucket today?
Yes, I did. That's the life of a bucket filler. And that's you.
The end.
Boys and girls, wasn't that a great story? Now you know all about bucket filling. I can't wait to see you fill buckets this year. Something else that we are going to learn about this year is breathing fire. We are little dragons, and what do dragons do? They breathe fire. So we want everybody in the school to learn how to breathe fire. Somewhere in your classroom, you will see a poster that looks just like this. And FIRE stands for fill buckets, incredible helper, respectful and kind, and encourage others. Boys and girls, if you do those things, you will be filling buckets. You will also see outside of my office in the hallway will be a giant bucket. Throughout the year, we are hoping that you will fill that bucket with all the kind things that you do. The teachers will be handing out little dragons, stars, and hearts to anybody that is able to breathe fire this year. When you get a dragon, a star, or a heart, your name will be put on it and brought to the office, and then I will fill the bucket. We are hoping to fill that bucket that it overflows with all of your kind acts this year. So boys and girls, I hope that we see you filling buckets soon.
We hope to see each and every one of your names added to our bucket this year for all of the acts of kindness that you'll all be doing throughout this year. We know that you can breathe fire just like our little dragon. Once again, we'd like to welcome you back to school, little dragons, and just remind you to keep washing your hands. Have a great school year.